This is the most expensive 400cc Triumph motorcycle to date, the Thruxton 400. And here is why you should not buy this. Instead, you should opt for one of its 400cc siblings like the Speed 400, the Speed T4, or even the Scrambler 400X. It looks odd. The fairing, first of all, looks like it's a little bit overdone, unlike the bigger Thruxton where you have a cleaner, more smooth and more elegant design. This one, they've gone for a modern retro look, so they've added a lot of creases, extra bits over here, which just don't do it for me. Also, this can look a little anemic from certain sides. It has a very aggressive riding position due to the slower clip-on at the front and the foot pegs which have been moved further back and up. You would not want to be stuck with your back like this for about 2 hours as you slowly slog your way through slow-moving city traffic. You'll basically be needing a shoulder and a back massage by the time you get to your destination. The suspension is stiffer, which is going to make your rides over pothole-ridden city roads quite bad. I mean, you already are sitting in a very committed position and then you have the shocks coming in hard and fast. It's not very practical also because you have this seat cover at the back, so you can only seat one person here. You can take the seat cover off, but you have to remove the entire seat, then take it off and then put the seat back again. What are you going to do if your girlfriend, friend, boyfriend, anyone asks you for a ride and then this thing is on? Also, it is 4 kilograms heavier than the Speed 400, which makes it just 1 kg shy of the Scrambler 400X, which has bigger wheels and whatnot. And then finally, there is the price. It costs almost 24,000 rupees more than the Speed 400, which is still a good bike and is going to give you a lot of the same kit as the Thruxton. But here is why you should buy the Thruxton 400. When you step out with the Thruxton 400, people will notice you. You see, despite the quirky design, there aren't too many bikes like these out on the road. Yes, the Speed 400 looks quite nice, but it is becoming more and more common. So if you want to stand out, this will definitely get the job done. And it boasts the same Triumph fit and finish that we have come to expect of their motorcycles. Also, the Speed 400, the Scrambler 400X and the Speed T4 kind of looks similar if you look at them from a distance. Not the case with this one. You will see it coming from a mile away. Yes, it has an aggressive seating position, but that is exactly the kind of position you need if you are the kind that goes out hunting for speed. You feel like you are so much more in control of the machine underneath you with this riding stance, especially when you are snaking through corners. Also, this is the most powerful iteration of the 398cc TR series engine. It produces 41.4 bhp thanks to a new camshaft and a new engine map, which makes it 1.9 bhp more than the Speed and the Scrambler. Also, the peak power and torque come higher up, so this one likes to be revved more than those other bikes. Plus, with the forward seated position and the cowl, this thing is a rocket ship in a straight line and you don't feel the wind blast as badly as you do on the other bikes. The stiff suspension might be troublesome over potholes, but give it some open roads and twisty tarmac and then just watch as your face involuntarily hosts a wide grin. This thing can corner, and how. The stiffer suspension means that there is much lower flex, giving you more control as you are going through the twisty bits and even some of the straighter ones. Now, the Thruxton might be a little bit heavy, but it has the lowest seat height of the lot, 795 mm. This makes getting on and off the bike very easy, even if you're not as tall as I am. And once you are on the bike, because you have both your feet firmly planted on the ground, pushing it forward or back or taking it in and out of parking spots is going to be super easy. And that's something not a lot of people can do on the Scrambler 400X. The pillion seat dilemma. Well, who needs the extra weight when you are having so much fun on your own? By now, I think you must have got the idea. This is not a bike that a common rider would buy. You do not buy this thinking about the spec sheet or thinking about the comforts and conveniences. It's a cafe racer, it's a niche segment, and you buy this if you're young at heart, if you want something unique, if you want something that keeps that thrill of riding alive in you, then you buy something like the Thruxton 400, and all the things that it is meant to do, the Thruxton 400 does quite nicely. Yes, the vibrations could have been slightly better, and I still feel that the price could have been a touch lower, because in my head I just cannot comprehend the fact that the Thruxton 400 costs more than the Scrambler 400X. Anyways, Triumph can always think of correcting the price later on, but for now I think this is still quite a good offering and yet another good 400cc motorcycle in the Triumph lineup. What do you think of the bike? Let me know, and would you be willing to take the leap and go from the ADV craze and jump on the cafe racer bandwagon? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye bye.